I was like, wow, this is embarrassing for the WNBA.
Honestly, not going to apologize for that. I'm a competitor. I want to win. I shouldn't get over that. I should use it as fuel, which is exactly what I'm doing. I'm working really hard. I'm doing everything I can to use Unrivaled for exactly what I was built to, build my game. Like, I wish we were treated better in our other places of work, you know? But also,
the WNBA has punished Napheesa Collier for openly endorsing her rival league, Unrivaled, during league events. Unmatched co-founders Breanna Stewart and she are somehow in charge of WNBPA contract negotiations.
and so that's kind of where I'm at with it, is just using it as fuel for the next time I'm playing in the W season, because it sucks to lose. And as a professional athlete, everyone feels.
Before things went totally out of control, the league eventually reacted after the public labeled it sabotage.
NBA finals right now, I'm just thinking about making myself better.
For sure. Well, I mean, you had a phenomenal season.
The WNBA All-Star Draft was supposed to be a celebration, a night of good sportsmanship, and perhaps even a few entertaining events that garner media attention.
Napheesa shamelessly self-promoted in the All-Star Game draft?
Surprise, huh? Napheesa Collier had different ideas since, at a WNBA event that was broadcast on ESPN, it seemed like supporting her team, the league, or even the All-Star platform itself wasn't the top focus on national television. Not at all. She concluded that this was the ideal moment to openly promote her modest side business, which is unmatched.
You can't be overly happy with the manner in which Napheesa Collier conducted herself during the WNBA All-Star Draft.
Not discreetly, not professionally, but full-blown advertising excess. As well as the cherry on top. Instead of supporting the Minnesota Lynx or the Indiana Fever, who were hosting the dreadful event, she appeared on the ESPN broadcast wearing a huge, unmatched shirt as if she were attending a sponsored TikTok collaboration.
Your Lunar Owls Unrivaled shirt, you just wore an Unrivaled shirt.
Let's be clear about this. There is more to the WNBA All-Star Draft than a haphazard local TV segment. The transmission is nationwide in scope. It's one of the few occasions a year when a major network gives the WNBA significant attention. And Collier promoted a league she co-owns by taking use of that fantastic opportunity.
It on air, and then you mentioned the league that you co-own like 5 times in the first 15 minutes.
She made many references to Unrivaled throughout her brief 15-minute airtime, mentioning her lunar colleague and co-founder Breanna Stewart as though she were presenting a promotional webcast rather than taking part in a WNBA tournament. To be honest, it seemed more like an ad for a product that no one requested than a draft.
Sure, she thought, well, this is my way to shade the people that says there's a conflict of interest. No, it was a great way to prove everybody right.
This is when things get wild. Unmatched games aren't even broadcast on ESPN. No motivation. No connection. As if you were the face of disruption, you are marketing a competing product on their platform. This isn't Silicon Valley, girl. It's not adorable. It lacks intelligence. It is blatantly insulting. As though she were pitching her startup league to Shark Tank investors, the occasion shifted from celebrating the sport to promoting it.
Keep in mind, ESPN doesn't broadcast Unrivaled games at all. They've got no interest in Unrivaled blowing up because they don't have the rights to.
Let's now discuss the betrayal of the franchise. Her real WNBA squad, the Minnesota Lynx, received no recognition. While Collier transformed the camera into a one-woman hype train for her side project, the Indiana Fever, who were hosting an ostensibly momentous moment for the league, received nothing but background noise. The fans were perplexed. Wait, are we watching WNBA content or an advertisement for some bootleg spin-off league? Even the ardent fans began to wonder. And since this wasn't a casual name slip, they weren't mistaken. It was deliberate, premeditated, and repeated.
That was a WNBA product, and it became a promotional tool for another league. You're trying to tell me Napheesa Collier and Breanna Stewart have the best interest of the WNBA players?
Let's go on to the more significant problem, which is unparalleled. It was allegedly started in 2023 as a lighthouse for player empowerment and women's basketball, but it has since grown into a major problem for the WNBA. Let's be truthful. Nobody is being empowered if you co-found a rival league and then flaunt its name at formal gatherings. The very organization that provided you with your platform is being undermined by you. It's a funny irony. Collier continues to profit off the WNBA while detracting from the league that first made her important in terms of fan interest, sponsor trust, and brand value. It isn't empowerment. That is sabotage.
President, like, I'm so focused on Unrivaled right now. I want to win this championship right now.
This is made worse by the fact that Unrivaled isn't even shown on ESPN. Collier had the gall to promote it at the WNBA's own stadium, even though it makes no contribution to the WNBA environment. Consider that. You're attempting to market your own brand to the attendees at someone else's party while you're standing in their living room. Did you honestly believe that would work? This was not an unintentional error. This was a well-thought-out decision to promote a company that directly competes for gamers, viewers, and attention, all the while posing for ESPN's cameras. Perhaps bold. Astute? Not at all.
Such a phenomenal league so far. But is there this element of also just like
in the WNBA still fills a hole because it still allows us to grow our game and to build our brand sponsorships, which a lot of people don't realize that we make most of our money off.
However, if you felt it was awful, let's look at the data because Unrivaled isn't exactly dominating the market. Only a few of its games have received over 85,000 views. Indeed, not even 6 digits. For the purpose of influence and branding, Napheesa still believed it was a good idea to take advantage of the hundreds of thousands of people who regularly watch WNBA All-Star broadcasts, light up the limelight, and destroy the reputation of her own league.
Everyone feels that way. That's why we're great, because you hate losing. So I'm kind of just using it to better myself because you can't change the past, but hopefully I can, do a different outcome for the future.
You choose to squander broadcast time on a new side project that isn't even demonstrating that it can last a full season while attending a nationally televised WNBA event. In sports media, unparalleled viewership seldom registers. ESPN doesn't even consider it a minor issue. You're attempting to pretend that it's some innovative thing that's worth giving up real-time visibility for the league that really provides your income. Be honest.
And she gave him a middle finger by talking about the Unrivaled League. I got to give Caitlin Clark credit. That trading Cheryl Reeves hating ass off her team was beautiful.
And let's not even discuss how this affects sponsors and business associates. Instead of a player who uses corporate broadcasts to promote her own league like she's operating a pop-up store, companies join up to identify with professionalism, legacy, and a polished brand. It exudes the enthusiasm of a novice startup. It informs marketers, hey, invest in us, but we might turn your airtime into a self-promotion fest for something you're not even involved in. You think that promotes confidence?
Breanna Stewart and Napheesa Collier are even involved in this. All right. Why are they even involved? So,
Not to be overlooked is timing. The WNBA is seeking to extend their season to 50 games in the midst of all of this. Their goal is to increase the size of club rosters. They are battling to demonstrate that they are deserving of greater funding, media attention, and deals. Napheesa Collier is on the front lines right now, demonstrating to owners and sponsors why they should be reluctant to invest any more money in this catastrophe. She's not just veering off course. When the league needs stability, she's giving the impression that it's disorganized and unprofessional. Thus, while players, supporters, and club owners are looking for advancement, harmony, and long-term agreements, Napheesa Collier is out there utilizing a national platform to promote her brand, her agenda, and her side league, all the while pretending to be a devoted WNBA ambassador. She isn't. She lacks loyalty. She isn't being helpful, and she isn't subtle.
wearing an Unrivaled shirt for the WNBA draft, but wants to pretend there's no conflict of interest in CBA negotiations. Laugh out.
This was not an avant-garde attempt to append the established quo. It was a careless, ego-driven choice that revealed all the flaws in her priorities. She wasn't speaking on behalf of the league. She wasn't acting on behalf of her group. She utilized a nationally broadcast league-sponsored occasion to promote her brand, side project, and personal interests. As if the WNBA were only another step towards her aspirations of being a company. There is no conflict of interest, even if Fee spent 30 minutes straight on ESPN spreading unmatched misinformation. Yes, exactly. For a moment, consider the scenario in which Tom Brady entered the NFL's CBA negotiations with the words, "Don't worry guys, I got this," after co-founding the XFL while still a Patriot. He would be laughed out of the room by you. However, this circus is not only permitted in the WNBA, but it is also in charge of the talks. And it gets worse. Guess who stands to gain if the WNBA is unable to reach an agreement, or if negotiations break down and a lockout occurs? Unmatched. The very league Collier and Stewart govern. It's similar to a fox negotiating a modern henhouse security system.
I mean, wow. We still pretending the WNBA doesn't have a conflict of interest with Unrivaled after Napheesa shamelessly self-promoted in the All-Star game.
Players like Satu Sabali immediately branded the owner's proposed proposal for the new CBA as a smack in the face. Breanna Stewart also hopped on the bandwagon, claiming that the offer disregarded all of our arguments. And see, that could well be the case. However, you have to wonder why the folks who are yelling the loudest are also the ones who stand to benefit the most from a complete breakdown in negotiations. It's not subtle at all. It seems like they're attempting to push players out of the WNBA and into their own backyard. The more irate and histrionic Collier and Stewart become about how unfair the league is. This is manipulation, not leadership.